Another agreement aimed at peace in South Sudan. The last time these leaders signed a power-sharing deal in 2015, it collapsed barely a year later after violent clashes between the two warring sides in the capital, Juba. They say this time the deal that provides for, among other things, 5 vice presidents and 550 members of parliament will hold, despite mistrust between the groups.
Confidence building is a process, it is not an event. So it is a process which is actually shown through the conduct and the conduct of the people. And I'm sure this will happen, the trust will be built, the confidence will be built as we move and as we continue to implement the agreement.
South Sudan's leaders are under immense pressure at home and internationally to make it work. Though regional heads of state did not specify any action against spoilers, it still remains a possibility.
Things like sanctions and things like personal sanctions and institutional sanctions and issues like those. Now that has not been discussed today and it's not been on the table. But we know the use of those terminologies. We've had them being said before, and I'm not saying I'm not ruling out if anything happens now, if there's any, God forbid, fracture.
All the signatories say it's not a perfect deal, but they are committed to implementing it. So now they have 8 months to form a transitional government which will run for 3 years. Opposition groups that have signed this deal say they have concerns with the division of roles in the executive and legislature, security arrangements, as well as the number of states and boundary demarcations. They also have reservations about how and who will be involved in writing a constitution.
Whatever we did not get now, this process is a progressive process, and it is a process, a transitional process, that will take 2 years or 3 years. We will iron out some of these things as we go along.
Regional leaders and other stakeholders who witnessed the signing expressed optimism. They say failure is not an option anymore for millions of South Sudanese displaced from their homes, those unable to fend for their families because of a ruined economy, or those who continue to live in fear of violence in their own country. Catherine Soy, Al Jazeera, Addis Ababa.